Franklin TV Sports presents Franklin High School Boys Soccer tonight from beautiful Piscini Field on the campus of Franklin High in Franklin, Mass. The Franklin High Panthers, the number 10 seed in the tournament, take on the Blue Devils of Leominster, who come to town as the 26th seed, and they have a record of 11-7-2. Franklin 15-3-1. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. This is Pete Royce, working alongside Jay Horrigan as Franklin goes up against a big underdog here tonight, Jay, the 26th seed Leominster. They got here with wins over Bishop Feehan and Framingham. They knocked off the number 7 seed Framingham team to get to this round of 16.
Yeah, Pete, they're coming in to this match on a roll that you hope won't continue. You hope the Panthers will be able to put an end to it, and we won't have a result like we just had in the girls' game where they came up a little bit short.
Yeah, the girls lost here today, 2-1. Talked to Coach Geisen after the game. He was just so proud of his team. He felt, Jay, that they kept coming back, even though they couldn't get the tiebreaker. They kept the tying goal. They did keep coming back in the game, and they gave it an all-out effort against a very strong team in Wellesley High School. So that's going to be our matchup here today. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Leominster. They will start in goal, Anthony Truong, a senior. Leo Giglio, he's a senior. John Lima, a junior. Jorge Angeles, a junior. Pablo Ruan Del Forno, a sophomore. Andy Trong, a senior captain. Aaron Silvera, a junior. Facundo Amaro, a junior. Xavier Bonilla, a senior. Brian Fagundes, a senior. And Michael Halstead, a senior. For Coach Stephen McCaughey in his 15th year. We'll give you the Franklin starting lineup as we get going. This game is underway. The officials for today, Mike Torpy, John Schoenthaler, and Sandro Arujo. Franklin in the home blue with white numerals, and Leominster in the traveling white with blue numerals. Franklin defending the goal to the left as it's taken down by the Blue Devils, and it's going to go out of bounds. A throw-in coming on the far side for Leominster.
Franklin coming off a amazing overtime victory the other night on a goal by Trey Lovell with a 1-0 victory in, as Ryan Martin quoted me as saying on Twitter, one of the most exciting high school sporting events I had seen in a long time.
Wow.
And that was true. It was a tremendously exciting game.
And it almost went the other way. As,
Yeah.
It looked like a good goal opportunity, but Franklin pulled it out. But here we are today, Franklin against Leominster. Starting lineup for Franklin as they take it upfield. We have Noah Kane, Rex Sinelli, Bradley Herndon, Hansi Jakes, Will Clausen, Will Kryzak, Trey Lovell, Jay mentioned him. Gustavo Martinez, Jay, is back from injury. Andrew O'Neill, Garrett Scagliarini, and Jack Perlman is in goal for the Panthers. The usual starter is still out. He's out for the season. And that would, of course, be their outstanding goalkeeper, who has been just a terrific player there, Griffin Tolanen, but he's out.
Good to see Perlman coming back in and playing tonight, as he was injured in the last 5 minutes of regulation the other night, came out to the point where they put Paxton Rosen in for the overtime period, and he did make a couple of saves.
Kryzak in front. Jakes couldn't get to it, but it's still in front, controlled there and going down hard. No call. The blast there by Herndon. It's a stray, and it's going to be a goal kick coming for Leominster. Franklin coach Fran Basitis, been doing it for over a half a century here in Franklin. The Dean of Coaching, Fran Basitis. We spoke to him before the game tonight. He anticipates a tough game against a good Leominster team, and as Kryzak takes it over to O'Neill. Bradley Herndon drives it forward. And the ball will be awarded to the Leominster Blue Devils. Talking to Coach McCaughey of Leominster, Jay, he felt his team really stumbled in the early going in the midseason, but they've picked it up and they're coming on strong at the very right time.
Well, Pete, to be in the round of 16, they have to be playing fairly well right now. All these teams that are still playing are teams that are peaking at the right time.
Ball eludes the Panther. Here's a break for Leominster. They're taking it inside. The shot is blocked on a nice block there by Noah Kane, who helped out his team tremendously on that block. A long driving kick. Oh, that's a driving kick from out deep, but it's going to be gathered in. The blast there by Aaron Silvera, the junior. So it is Jack Perlman in goal for the Panthers. He blasts one upfield. Franklin Jakes gets through, and he just tipped it. His shot might have been blocked. The Panthers will have the throw in coming. Almost 4 minutes in, we're scoreless here in the early going, the round of 16. The winner will play St. John's High of Shrewsbury, who already won their round of 16 match. And it's a driving advance here by Xavier Bonilla. Bonilla controlling it in open space, and some contact there and a foul called. No, there's play on. No whistle. And Leominster driving it forward. Sinelli with that strong boot out to midfield. Coming back for it is Andrew O'Neill. This is Garrett Scagliarini. His shot is blocked. Out to midfield. Coming down. Contact there. A foul called on Trey Lovell. So quick action. Wide open soccer here in the first stages of this game, Jay. Player down was Xavier Bonilla.
It appeared that Mr. Bonilla was just working on his sock height on his legs after he kind of sat up, and the referee did come over and say something to him.
Fagundes with a long blast in. So far it's been the big driving kicks from both teams. Fagundes. Leominster controlling it. This is Jorge Angeles. Ball in the middle, good position, kicked out. It'll be a throw-in coming in the front third for Leominster. Ball to the back line. Driving through, getting off a long kick that just was a knuckleball, sailed out by Pablo Ruan Del Forno, the sophomore. It'll be a goal kick coming for the Panthers. Perlman sends it over to, now it goes to Kane.
And for those keeping track at home, Bonilla's socks still up around the knees.
Back it goes to Bradley Herndon. They'll work it further back to Sinelli. Good pressure here in the forecheck by Leominster. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming in front of the Franklin bench. Scagliarini, Garrett on the left wing, and that will roll out of bounds. And it should be Leominster with the throw-in coming. 3 officials again. 2 with the flags on the sidelines and 1 on the field. At midfield, long ball sent in. Franklin back for it, but it's controlled by Leominster. This is Pablo Ruan Del Forno. Looks like Leominster with some great speed. Player goes down. Franklin Lovell on the right wing for Kryzak. Kryzak, he's got a player out there that is Fernandez Martin, and the ball is turned back. Herndon breaks it up for the Panthers, and they chip it forward, but a nice header there by Fagundes.
Oh.
And a long blast.
That looked
Jakes?
like that was a field goal. I don't think it was Jake's,
Okay.
but
That might have been Noah Kane.
yeah, that was a long boot.
So it'll be a long kick and a goal kick coming for Leominster. We're scoreless. Almost 8 minutes into the nightcap of our doubleheader here on Franklin TV and streaming worldwide on YouTube. Jakes can't get to it. Wide open soccer here so far. Coming through is Angeles. His shot is blocked by Kane, and Noah gently taps it to Kryzak. Defense charging him. Kryzak tipped it up in the air. Interesting move by Kryzak, but Leominster
Nice
with
move.
some good moves. This is Facundes, and a whistle stops play. Might have been an offside.
I think they thought he went out, or the ball went out.
So throw in for the Panthers. Kryzak double teamed. And it's going to be a throw in for Leominster. A spirited Leominster team, very fast. They chip it over, header there, and Noah Kane sends one to midfield. Gets over to O'Neill, to Hansi Jakes, and he'll drop it to the back line for the Panthers. Lovell. Yeah, oh, he had Jakes out there, but he couldn't get through the defender. The ball couldn't get through. Leominster to midfield. Nice hustle play there by Will Clausen, who comes from his defensive position to stop that. And this is Clausen on the far side now. Panthers trying to work it up. Jakes will go back for it. Hesitation move. Ball is head out of bounds. It was a tackle, but out of bounds. Should be a Franklin throw-in. And Kane has the honors for the Panthers. For Jakes. Ball kept in, knocked out, I believe, by Angeles. Nope. They're going to give the ball to the Blue Devils. Triple team, and Franklin forces the turnover. Clausen took it away. Partial breakaway here, but Franklin back for it. And a high blast to midfield. The ball rolls back to the Leominster side. They cross the midfield line. Stutter step move by Facundes, and it goes out of bounds as Clausen flew by him. It'll be given over to Leominster. With over 10 minutes gone in the game, we're still scoreless. This is Brian Facundes, the senior.
So a little chippiness there on that play.
Franklin to the back line. Kryzak controls. Will looking for Jakes. It gets through this time, but kicked out of bounds. Jakes always looking to get past the defense. It's just a question of can they get the ball to him. And with that 6'4" frame, they have a pretty good target. Hansi Jakes will throw in. He can throw it in deep. One of the longest throw-ins we've seen all season. There he goes. All the way through. That's a tremendous throw-in. It just hit a defender. And with speed, with pace, here comes Angeles. Talking to McCaw, he said, we do have speed, we do like pace, and that's their style of play. Amaro turned back by the Panthers. Jakes is pushed out, and they're going to say it's going to be Leominster winning that one.
Couple of subs coming in for Leominster.
Yep, Leominster will bring in Ajani Guzman and Kelvin Botchway. 28:15 to go, a scoreless first half. Facundes sends it up, comes back to tap it. Beautiful play by Sinelli to Lovell. Gustavo Martinez, he's been injured a lot, Jay, but he's back in the action starting here tonight. This is Kryzak from Kane. Oh, he misfired. He anticipated Herndon moving slower, but Herndon was speeding up. Kryzak goes down, no call, play on. Franklin comes back on a nice play there by Bradley Herndon to stop the advance. And Kryzak, his ball is just hit point-blank range, blocked by Facundes. Still, the power drive of that blast just kept the ball rolling. And now Leominster Kane will come in and stop the play. Nice control by Noah Kane for Will Kryzak. Kryzak back to Kane. The left side coming in fast. There's the shot blocked. Comes out to midfield. And Herndon chips it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for Leominster. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on the internet. Beautiful night in Franklin. As Lovell will send it to the back line, and Rex Sinelli. Franklin trying to advance it beyond midfield. They can't. Stolen by the Blue Devils. Now they'll send it to their back line. Covering it is Leo Giglio, one of their captains. Back out at midfield. It'll be a throw-in coming for Leominster. Leominster out of northern Worcester County. I believe they play in the Midwalk League.
Yes, along with, I believe, about 29 other teams in that league.
Including Wachusett.
Yeah.
And they'll be trying to make some noise in field hockey tomorrow as they host the Panthers in field hockey. Perlman will leave it for Sinelli out to O'Neill. Andrew can't control it, and right back is Leominster. Leominster sends one high, gets a good roll. Sinelli heads it. Too strong, though. Now kicked in, and Perlman will come out of goal and make the stop for Franklin. Jack Perlman getting the start because of the injury to Griffin Tolanen. Perlman in goal. He is a junior. Ball is hit high. Herndon battling for it. Guzman, Kryzak, and taken down by Bonilla. Herndon blocks it. Can't find a teammate, though. Ball rolling around level. Hits it high. Garrett Scagliarini. And a whistle stops play. A foul called against Leominster. Franklin will have the free direct kick from inside from the 35. Kane to Martinez, Gustavo Martinez. Too strong there. It's going to roll out of bounds on the sideline. Throw in coming for Leominster. And a whistle and a stoppage of play for a sub. The first sub, I believe, for Franklin. Maybe not. Let's see. Herndon is coming out. It looks like Wyatt Herndon is trying to come in. He hasn't been blown in yet. Official kind of looking at things. Also, Ben Costa is coming into the game. And now Wyatt Herndon will come in and Hansi Jakes will come out. So Coach Basitis, the Dean of Coaching, makes a few moves here at the 29-23-33 mark. Ball back for Leominster. They send one wide. They have a player out there in space. He settles it down nicely. Reverses field. Looks for the right wing pass. It's hit too strong. And it's going to be kept in on the far side. Now chipped forward for the header there. And Perlman, watch the bounce. He gets it safely. And Jack Perlman, the junior, will check the defense, find a spot, and punt it away. Big blast by Perlman. Actually tipped forward to, as far as Leominster is concerned, they had the advance there on the kick by Franklin. Kryzak settles it down and whistle and a foul called. He might have been a handball there on Kryzak. 22-39. We're scoreless here in the first half. Free kick coming up for Brian Fagundes, the senior. They got the wall on the right. All but two players are down there. And here comes Fagundes, left-footed boot. Comes strong and headed back by Franklin, but a good rebound, and now sent out by Lovell. Kept in by Lemonster. Lovell again. Goes strong with the left leg. Got a player out there racing for it. Is O'Neill. He shoots.
Oh.
He had a great look at it. He just kicked it too high. Sometimes, Jay, when you kick that ball, you want to go for the top of the ball. He went low and the ball just sailed up.
Yeah. Just got his foot too far underneath it.
O'Neill with a good look for the Panthers. He outran the defense, but came up on the low kick. It just went up high after it met his foot. Goal kick coming and a timeout here. Coming, the official is going to go over and talk to the Leominster coach. Quick word. And play back in. Not sure what that was all about. Very quick word. One of the officials, Arujo, talked to McCaughey for a second. Throw in coming for the Panthers upfield. And they'll defer to Bradley Herndon. Herndon, the one bouncer. Garrett Scagliarini can't keep it in bounds. It'll come back to Leominster. The winner will play St. John's of Shrewsbury. St. John's is the number 2 seed. The number 1 seed, Needham, they're in the other bracket. But the winner will play the number 2 seed at St. John's. Ball out of bounds. Franklin will have it in the upper third. Garrett Scagliarini goes in the corner. O'Neill couldn't control it. It's going to be a throw-in coming for the Panthers. Lovell, he centers it. It gets through in front. Herndon can't get the shot off. Kryzak's got a player on the right. Bradley Herndon. That great speed keeps the ball. He centers a bit too strong and out of bounds behind the goal. There behind the Leominster goal. We've played almost midway, almost half of the first half. We're scoreless here in the second game of our doubleheader. Wellesley defeated Franklin 2-1 to advance to the Elite Eight in girls soccer. Franklin with another sub coming in here. Coming into the game is Matt Honekamp. We've seen Honekamp, the sophomore, with some great skills out on display. Scagliarini, chip through. This is Matt Honekamp. Nice pass for O'Neill. Andrew, he centers it up. And Franklin cannot get a leg on it and is tipped back to Sinelli. It's going to roll back. Sinelli boots it off of a Blue Devil, and the Franklin team will have the ball deep in their own end with under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. We're scoreless.
Last several minutes, Franklin been in control of the action in their offensive end, just looking to try to get that first goal in.
Garrett Scagliarini for Trey Lovell. On the left side, it's going to be too strong for Wyatt Herndon. The Herndon brothers have good speed, but that one was too strong. And it goes out of bounds with under 19 to go here in the first half. Good crowd on hand for this one. They're standing along the fence, and the bleachers have a good grouping of spectators from both Leominster and Franklin sharing the near side. And as Perlman comes out and makes the save. I'm sorry, that was Trong who makes the save. And he blasts a long kick. Lovell taps it to himself. Franklin right there on it as O'Neill sends it through. And that's going to go out of bounds. A throw in coming for Leominster. Leominster on the season 11-7-2, so not an outstanding record, but they're peaking at the right time, and that's what has caused them to continue playing here in this tournament. Franklin 15-3-1. And as Jay said, coming off a tremendous victory in overtime.
Which you would think hopefully would give them some momentum coming into this game, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge win. Sinelli. Defense right there on it. A little side tip by Daniel Orozco who's in there. Here comes Lemonster, but Perlman will let the ball come up and roll it into his arms. Charging high, fast on the play was Jorge Angeles, but he couldn't get to it, and Perlman made the save. Long kick here. Franklin, this is Honekamp. Matthew couldn't control. Matthew is going to pass it in front. And now back to Honekamp. He settles it down out there for Martinez, and his shot is blocked. Lovell comes back for it. Gets it over to Noah Kane. He loses it, and out to midfield. Sinelli right there with the strong defensive play. Sinelli chips it forward. Into the corner it goes. Franklin racing for it. They get to it. Bradley Herndon. He's saying it went off the opponent.
Looks like it's going to be a goal
Sorry,
kick.
that was Michael Fernandez-Martin who raced for that ball. Yeah, it went out of bounds. Fernandez-Martin thought it was deflected off Lemonster, but the officials said no deal, and it'll be a goal kick coming for Anthony Trong. Long kick beyond midfield, and with the momentum, it carries deep to the 35. Ball is hit off the head of a Blue Devil to Fagundes. Fagundes to midfield, gets by Fagundes, and Lemonster right on it. They'll send one up on the left wing. Sinelli will try to box it out, and he does. He wins the box out. Rex Sinelli, an outstanding defender for Coach Fran Bositis. To Honekamp, good control by Matthew. Back for Matt Honekamp, rather Gustavo Martinez. Franklin turns it over at midfield. Kane heads it. Clausen chips it away. This is Trey Lovell for Honekamp. It gets through Honekamp and out of bounds. Just scooted under his leg as he tried to lift it to make the shot. Fagundes with the throw in to the back line. Sent high and out by Sinelli. Throw in coming for Brian Fagundes. Fagundes gets it on target, but Kane blocks it. Kept in now by Aaron Silvera. Nice control, but now taken back. It's going to be out of bounds off the leg of Jorge Angeles. 14-19 left in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. Not a lot of goals by these teams in tournament action. We'll cover that in a moment.
You know, they keep going through little periods where each team's in control for a few minutes.
Franklin trying to get it to Honekamp. Matthew, he's pushed down. Is there a call here coming?
Nope.
No call on the play. Wow, quickly. Truong sends it out. Oh, Honekamp tried to position for that. Couldn't. Now the referee stops play. They'll have 3 subs coming in for the Panthers. O'Neill comes back. Jakes comes back. And Will Kryzak comes back. Honekamp will go out, as will Michael Fernandez-Martin. And also back there is Gustavo Martinez. Back on the bench now is Gustavo Martinez. Coming up on 13-12 to go in the first half. We're still scoreless. Nice lead pass coming in through. And all one-on-one, the shot in the goal. They wave it off. They wave it off.
Offsides.
They wave it off. The scorer there couldn't believe it. They wave off the goal. That was Michael Halstead who came in alone. One fake and he drilled it in the corner, but it's waved off for offside against Lemonster.
Yeah, I didn't see the offside, but we're up above the 50-yard line, so we don't have the best angle on that.
Ball is out of play, so Franklin survives it. Bradley Herndon, the long throw in. O'Neal chipped out, and they're going to say here it's off Franklin. O'Neal couldn't believe it. Ball will go back to Lemonster. 12-10 left in the first half. We're scoreless. Lemonster showing some big legs. Clausen back there for it, and Will Clausen does get it out to midfield, but Jakes can't get to it. Over to Trey Lovell. Gustavo Martinez kicks it out of bounds. Throw in coming in the front third for Lemonster. Yeah, both teams with spurts of pressure.
Yeah.
Not been consistent. It's been wide open, though.
Yeah, real wide open. Some tremendous legs in this match.
Yes, exactly. Nice save there by Franklin. And they come back. Kryzak makes the save. Will getting through two. Over to Garrett Scagliarini, who's back in the game. Jakes comes back and steals it. Hansi Jakes. Franklin in control in their own zone for Kryzak. Will sends one looking for Jakes. He's got it. Jakes gets through the defender. Jakes, and just making a nice diving tackle as Jakes goes down, was Leo Giglio. Jakes is quickly up. I think he's okay.
Going to have a corner, I believe.
He's limping a little bit, so it's going to be a corner. And Noah Kane, he's the artist for the Panthers on the in-swing, and Jakes at the middle. Here's Noah Kane. Arm up, and here he comes. Kane right in front to Jakes. It hits his head.
Oh.
It hit his face and went right into the arms of
Jeez.
Truong. What a play there. It hit the front face of Hansi Jakes, and Truong was right on it. Jakes didn't have a lot of control. It's not where he wanted to make contact with it, but it was still a great play by Kane to get it to him in that open slot. So Franklin misses that opportunity. Clausen on the far side. We're coming up to 10 minutes to go in the first half. Chipped forward. Jakes will not be able to get to this one. It goes out of bounds. A throw in coming. Yeah, we've had spurts of offense on both sides. And we're still tied here in the last third of the first half. Last quarter, I should say, of the first half. The last 10 minutes. Franklin can't control it in the open field, and now they make a great steal. Great steal there by Kane, looking for Jakes. Can't find him. Gustavo Martinez gets it up. Franklin again coming through. This is O'Neal. He shoots and he's going to score. O'Neal gets the goal. I believe from Garrett Scagliarini. The Panthers lead 1-0 at 9:10.
Beautiful couple of passes there, Pete, and then a crossing shot that just went out of the reach of the goalkeeper and rolled along the ground and went in the bottom right-hand corner to give the Panthers a 1-0 lead.
So the goal comes by Andrew O'Neal. Beautiful touch on the kick by O'Neal. He had that far side open, and that's where he placed it. It took a while to roll in there, but it rolled in. Franklin 1-0. Scagliarini gets it back to the Franklin back line. Back to Noah Kane. Kane slowly takes it up. So Franklin, like the girls, jump off to a 1-0 lead in this round of 16. But the girls gave up 2 goals and lost it 2-1. We'll see if Franklin can maintain the lead here tonight. Kryzak sends it through. Kept in by Lemonster. Good body position. They're coming in and good shot there. But again, they go low to the ball and it soars high and over everything. Goal kick coming for the Panthers with 8:17 to go. A beautiful goal by Andrew O'Neill. Goal kick coming here for Jack Perlman, the junior goalkeeper for Coach Posaitis. And he puts the big leg into it. Headed back, O'Neill gets a leg on it, a head on it, and is turned back by Lemonster. Hansi Jakes. Backward kick there by Lemonster to midfield, and Garrett Scagliarini will control in an offside call against the Panthers, possibly a handball. I think that was a handball.
Yeah, maybe.
So a free kick for Lemonster. Big leg. Wow, what a blast. And that's over everything. That was from the 50-yard line, cleared everything by Leo Giglio, their senior captain. What a blast by Giglio. Perlman just had to keep waiting for that ball, and it never came down within his reach. It sailed past him. Goal kick coming now for Perlman. Jack sends one through. Headed there by O'Neill. And quickly out of bounds. Too strong there. You see the team speed by Lemonster. This is a game of endurance, Jay. Who can last this back and forth pace?
These guys have, geez, I wouldn't want to see their trackers on how much they've run so far.
Yeah, exactly. Will Clausen has it for the Panthers, and he's whistled for a foul. Scagliarini helps an opponent up. Good sportsmanship there with 6:20 to go in the first half. Franklin won. And Lemonster nothing. We mentioned the low scoring. Franklin won its game 1-0 in overtime. Lemonster 2-1 over Fian and 2-1 on penalty kicks.
Yeah.
Long blast in. This is in front. Ball is loose. Backward kick there, and it's going to be a offside call, I believe, against Lemonster. Franklin will have the goal kick. Yeah, low scoring here in playoff. That's not unusual. Teams are playing even, Steven, so to speak. Tight competition. Tough to get some goals.
Yeah, very tough.
So we'll see if this one-goal lead will hold up. Lemonster back. Controlling it nicely is Pablo Ruan Del Forno. Ball in the corner. Franklin sends it out right along the sideline. Settled down by Andrew O'Neill. He's got the goal. Here comes Andrew. Hansi Jakes on the left wing. Back for Lovell. A little diving save by Lemonster. Now to Kryzak. Behind the back he goes. What a move there by Will Kryzak. I love that move,
that
Jay.
was
Left
great.
leg behind the back for Jakes.
Jake's just unable, even with those extra long strides, unable to get there. But a great idea.
I loved it by Kryzak. And he used his left leg to go behind the back. This is Will now. Stutter step move. Still stuttering. Still holding. Chips it forward. Gets it on target. This is Scagliarini. His centering pass. Nobody home. Nobody there but a white-shirted Lemonster team member. Franklin with his defense up front. Herndon sends it in. Lovell for Will Kryzak with 4:23 to go in the period. Saved by Bradley Herndon. Sent forward by Scagliarini. Picked up by their goalkeeper, Anthony Truong. His last name spelled Truong. And there's another Truong on the team, Andy Truong. Anthony and Andy. I have a feeling they're cousins. I don't think they're brothers. Sent in and all the way down, and Perlman alone there to gather it in with 3:51 to go here in the first half. This is the round of 16. The winner will meet St. John's of Shrewsbury in Shrewsbury. The date and time to be announced by the MIAA. Clausen back for the Panthers. To Noah Kane. The steady Noah Kane. Sends one in for Jakes. There's the long strides. Jakes, he chips it, and it's going to go out of bounds. He lofted it over Truong's head, Jay, but a little bit off target.
Yeah, he tried to, right there, he tried to use his long strides to get a foot on that ball and maybe just kind of eke it in, but unable to do so.
Strong with the goal kick. Jakes tries to head it, cannot. Now Hansi, behind the back he goes. And a diving tackle there by Leominster to no avail as O'Neill kept it moving forward. Now on the far side, the ball is kicked out of bounds. Let's see who they're going to give the ball to here. I believe Franklin, Trey Lovell. Sent back by Giglio. He's a strong kicker. We saw that. He almost hit the goal from 50 yards out. To Kane with 2:28 to go in the first half. To Kryzak. Franklin with some opportunities now. A backward kick by O'Neill. Franklin with their skill set on display. Kryzak tries to save it. Here comes Will, the forward, the centering pass for Jakes. His shot is saved. Oh, it was a kind of a blind shot by Jakes. He didn't look at the goal. He looked away.
He tried to get his foot on that ball while it was in the air and see if he could come up with something lucky.
But I like the fact he didn't turn his head on. He let his legs do the talking there. We're at 2 minutes now here in the first half. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV and on the internet on YouTube. Sinelli for Bradley Herndon. Herndon misfires to Kane. Turnover there, and it's going to be controlled by the Blue Devils. And they'll set it back up all the way back on their side of the 50. Now they advance it. Sent through, and Clausen powers one way upfield, and that's going to be a throw-in coming. Precious few seconds left here in the first half. Franklin 1, Leominster nothing. And they're going to back up the thrower here, the inbounder. Still moving him back. And now he basically runs up anyway. Clausen, foul called against the Panthers. So, a free kick here, direct kick from the 50. This is probably Giglio again. He can reach it from there. It is Giglio. Here he goes. Giglio, this time he comes up short, and he heads it there. Another header. The ball is loose, and ball is still loose, and Perlman will come out. There was a ball on the field there.
You know what? The couple of Panther players that were around just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Didn't sense that the ball was there.
So Perlman, last few seconds of the half, sends it over to midfield. Franklin trying to hold on, and that's a trip. And that's going to be another free hit. They'll have to move this back. Free hit this time will not be Giglio. Here it comes. It's right on goal. They got a player there. The header, the rebound, the shot, the block, the rebound, the save by Perlman, who steered it wide left. Good play. I'll tell you, Jay, they are a potent team on those direct
absolutely
hits, free kicks.
They've got such strong legs.
It's critical, I think, Jay, that Franklin avoids a corner against this team because they're so strong. Ball comes all the way through and out of bounds. Double whistle, and the first half comes to a close. Interesting first half, a game of spurts, and one goal that it belongs to Andrew O'Neill. Came with 9:10 to go in the first half. And Franklin with the lead, 1-0 against a tough, fast, and strong Leominster team.
Yeah, very tough team. As you said several times, Pete, the action was back and forth. I'm exhausted just sitting up here watching it.
Well, we're going to take a break here. We'll remind you the second half is next. In our first game tonight, Wellesley defeated Franklin to end the Panther season, a 2-1 victory for Wellesley. They'll go on to the Elite Eight, and they'll play host to Lincoln Sudbury. But we have 20 minutes to go. We have about a 9-minute break coming up, so we're going to pause in our coverage. We invite you back for the second half. Can Franklin hold on and move on to the Elite Eight? This is Pete Royce with Jay Horrigan. Stay tuned for more action. It's the round of 16 here from Franklin at halftime. It's Franklin 1 and Leominster nothing. We'll be right back. Welcome back, fans, to Piscini Stadium on the campus of Franklin. We're at halftime. Franklin 1 and Leominster nothing. Pete Royce alongside Jay Horrigan. Jay, a low-scoring game, 1-0, a type of game that one goal is just so incredibly precious. The Panthers will try to hang on.
You're absolutely right, Pete, but you missed the most important thing. Thanks to the girls' soccer team for feeding Chris and Pete and I. They brought us pizza for the second night in a row. We cannot thank them enough.
Dolores Costa was the one who brought it up, the mom of Olivia Costa. And we were saying what a great game the girls played. Unfortunately, they had a strong opponent who was just a little stronger tonight. We start the second half. Franklin going from right to left across your screen for the right to play St. John's High of Shrewsbury in the Elite Eight game. This is the round of 16. Leominster trying to get the equalizer. Clausen has different ideas and sends it to midfield. Chipped back to Leominster. Leominster with great team speed, great strength. We've seen their kicking game, unbelievable. This is a game you have to stay away from penalty corners, from corner kicks against this team. When they set the play, they are really outstanding. So we start the second half. In goal for the Panthers, Jack Perlman swung into service because of the season injury to Griffin Tolinen. Franklin takes it back here. The opening moments of the second half. Good crowd on hand.
Geez, Pete, you bring up the crowd. This is the second night in a row.
This is a huge crowd.
Yeah, another huge, huge crowd. I think on Tuesday we had a ton of people here as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would put the stands at almost full with both Franklin and Leominster people, and the fence is all lying down in front of us.
Yeah, if you had the people standing at the fence in the seats, it would be tight in the stands.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a beautiful night, by the way, here in Franklin. The awesome weather continues in New England. Look for more, but I'm not sure we're going to have great weather over the weekend.
Right.
Have a little hurricane heading up.
Pete, we may be lucky to get one of the last few good nights of weather tonight.
Oh, there's a play coming in. What a save by Perlman. Did he commit a foul there? What is the call? Perlman came out. He was one-on-one. He had to make that move, Jay. If he doesn't, that player going in is Michael Halstead all alone.
So they're giving him a goal kick.
No, they said it just went out of bounds. I mean, up past the end line. What a play by Perlman. That's the play of the game so far, other than the O'Neill goal.
You know, that is something similar to the play he was injured on the other night.
Wow.
The other night he was laid out.
Referees, I think they have a communication
They
device.
They do have radios.
It looked like he was checking with another official before finally signaling the play in. What a play by Jack Perlman. Jakes has about 8 inches on his opponent. The ball is skied up. Settled down by Angeles. Jorge. Back it goes to Andy Truong. Their goalkeeper is Anthony Truong. Sent back and is going to be covered by Will Clausen. Will chips it forward. Back to Clausen on the give and go. There's good passing. Jakes protects the ball, but he can't. And he's going to push. And there's a foul on Jakes. It's a free direct kick coming up for Leominster. This is what they're good at. This is what you got to avoid against a power team like this. Let's see who's going to take it. It looks like it's going to be Pablo Ruan del Forno. They'll move back now. Kane and Jakes. They'll back him up 10 yards. Del Forno has it teed up at the 25. Leominster with the wall, and they'll charge toward the goal. He goes short, but it was behind his teammate. He misinterpreted where his teammate was.
You know, it almost
looked
like, Pete, they were trying to get a little too tricky there.
Yeah, exactly. They outsmarted themselves.
Yeah.
Halstead takes it back for Leominster. A big opportunity by the boards on a misfire on the pass play. Lemonster trying to get control. Franklin has it back. Sent forward by Herndon up the right wing. Ball stays inbound. It'll be a kick on the one-timer by Truong. Garrett Scagliarini can't control.
You can, Pete, hear it's a 1-0 game. You can hear the stress in the way the parents are reacting to
Yeah.
everything in the stands.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the...
And a sub coming in, it looks like, for Lemonster.
Yep, they'll go to their bench here. And they bring in Johnny Guzman. He played in the first half. Oh, a shot is blocked. And Franklin clears it to midfield, right back in on the header by Lemonster. Played almost 6.5 minutes here in the second half. Franklin holding on at the point, 1-0. Throw in coming for John Lima, who's in the game. And Sinelli comes through, a whistle.
So that's
play.
that's number 1 there for not number 1, can't be
7, I think.
7, yeah, okay. Lima kind of held both his arms behind to hold the Franklin player, so he was unable to get to the ball.
Might have been Guzman. In any event, the Panthers have it with 34 minutes to go. Honekamp is in the game for Coach Basitis. And Lemonster. Now it's Lima. John Lima coming through. Over to Bonilla. Ball kept in front of the Lemonster bench. Squirts through. Franklin gets a leg on it, but not out too far. Lemonster with a long blast. That's going to go wide. Past everything. Goal kick coming for Franklin. The one goal came by Andrew O'Neill in the first half at 9:10 left on a beautiful goal. He went right side from the left wing. And it's a goal kick coming here.
He was able to kind of thread that shot through low to the ground from the left-hand side. A really nice goal for the Panthers.
So it stays at 1-0. Ball on the right wing. Franklin advancing it. Coming through. The centering pass. No, they go for the goal, and it's a block save.
Nice.
On the blast by O'Neill, going for his second goal. Look at this kick by Truong. Scagliarino, though, takes it back at midfield. That was a great attempt by Andrew O'Neill. The skill level is unbelievable on some of these players out here. Lemonster charging. They like to use their size. Clausen reverses field and stops it, but it's controlled. It's now holding. Herndon defending. Ball comes through the centering pass. Kane blocks it. Now it's sent out by Bradley Herndon.
Lemonster also very physical.
Yeah, exactly, Jay. They're strong and they're physical. And they go for that, like, big ball.
Yeah.
Coming up there, centering pass. It's taken by Will Clausen. Too strong for Jakes, can't get to it. But Clausen does the job, comes out of the pack, hits the official. And it's interesting, Jay. Usually, the ball just keeps going, but they stop play when it hit the official.
Yeah, maybe to give possession back. Oh, you know what? That was, I'm not sure what the term is, but it's similar to a jump ball in basketball, where they have two players, one for each team, and the official just bounces it on the ground.
Right. The ball skips up and goes behind Lovell, and he's called for a handball there. So the ball will go back to Lemonster. We're under 31 minutes to go in this game. Franklin trying to hold on and get to the round of Elite Eight. The Panthers, the number 10 seed against the 26 seed Lemonster. The push off there. Halstead pushes down a player. It's going to be a goal kick, I believe. coming. I don't think this is I think this is off Lemonster. It looked like Halstead was pushing off to come down there, Jay, but they didn't call that, but they do award the goal kick.
It looked from our angle, Pete, that Halstead clearly extended his arm to push the Franklin player out of the way. I'm not really sure what the objections in the stands on the call is.
I know it. Jakes comes out and Kryzak comes back in for the Panthers. So Kryzak had a bit of a breather. Lemonster sends it forward. Clausen's been strong in defense tonight for the Panthers. Clausen again battling for it. Sinelli, backward kick by Clausen. We've seen all kinds of kicks here tonight. Scagliarini sends it over, rather it goes to Noah Kane. Kane for Herndon. No, O'Neill, Andrew O'Neill. He centers it up. Ball is coming through and a good diving tackle made by Lemonster. The ball's still loose and Truong makes the save on the blast by Franklin. And we stay at 1-0, under 30 minutes to go in the game. Long kick upfield. Clausen, left leg. Gustavo Martinez and a whistle of foul on Gustavo. And
yeah, that's...
the referee goes up to Trey Lovell and says something. Free direct kick by Brian Fagundes, the senior. This is the strength of Lemonster, the set pieces. He raises both hands. The left-footed boot comes through, but nobody there. He misfired that. He had a bender there, and it just went from left to right and kept sailing. So Perlman, he's looked good in goal for the Panthers. Pressed into service by the ending injury to Griffin Tolan. Perlman with a high punt. The white shirts get to the ball in their own end. Battling for it is Kryzak. He saves it, but it turned over now. Still battling for it. Nice play there by Lovell.
Nice move there.
Good move. Kane tries to stop it. Can't get through. Coming through is Lemonster. They have a nice pass on the left wing. Holding and tipped out of there by Franklin's Bradley Herndon. Herndon did the job defensively and avoided big-time trouble for the Panthers. The long blast out straight on by Andy Truong, and Perlman makes yet another save and goal for the Panthers.
Andy Truong was calling for that ball for several seconds. He had some open ground in front of him, and he really wanted to get that shot off.
Franklin with the inbound. Kane from Honekamp, from Gustavo Martinez. Back to Sinelli on that back line. Sinelli holds. Over to Clausen, now to Gustavo Martinez, too strong, but Garrett Scagliarini had it for a moment, couldn't control, and is controlled by Angeles. Sent back by Herndon. Herndon has looked strong back there for the Panthers. To midfield, Scagliarini, another fancy attempt by Kane, and Noah gets through. What a move by Kane. Noah will send it forward. Franklin's got a player out there. It's Andrew O'Neill, but the ball is loose off Truong, and he punts it away. And the ball is trickled free, controlled by the Panthers. Back and forth we go. Wide open soccer here tonight. Lovell, pleading his case, will not win it. The ball will be awarded to Lemonster. 26 minutes to go in the game. 1-0 Franklin.
Boy, these kids are up and down this field.
I know, it is really incredible, the pace of this game.
Whoever comes out with the win is going to be thankful they've got at least a day and a half to rest.
Yeah, I was talking to Ryan about the last game you did, ball is going to be kicked back to their goalkeeper. They'll have to kick it. I guess players were just literally dropping after that game, huh?
Yeah, the number of kids that the number of times trainer Jen had to come out in the field. There was an injury to one of the officials, did something to his hamstring.
Wow. So did they, have you warm up, Jay?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Have you seen all the running these guys are doing,
Oh,
Pete?
I know.
I would only do it if I could drive.
25 minutes straight up left in this one.
I would have to use Jen's golf cart over there.
Franklin trying to defend their back third. Pressure by Lemonster. Scagliarini with the play. And he boxes out and he's held. That's a great play by Scagliarini to win the ball and win the foul. Franklin quickly will put it in play. Level. Franklin. Kryzak comes out of the pack with the ball. Sends it forward, blasted back by Lemonster.
You know, Pete, you're seeing a little bit of maybe some more chippiness, a little, forearms, elbows, feet. Maybe going where they're not supposed to.
It is a physical game here.
Yeah.
Scagliarini. Lemonster, time and time again, sends one skyward. Almost controlled by Wyatt Herndon, who's in the game. Sinelli hits it straight up. Scagliarini back in the legs of Lemonster, and here they come. Advancing in the upper third, coming through. Lima, his shot is blocked. That looked like a handball, no call on Clausen. And the ball will be a throw-in with 23-26 left in the game. 1-0. Throw in here by Lima. In front, but Franklin's back line blocks it. Out to Andrew O'Neill. O'Neill with some good footwork. Excellent to Scagliarini. More footwork there. Scagliarini chips it up on the right wing. Too strong and out of bounds. The official catches the ball on the sideline. Throw in coming for Lemonster. Lemonster, the 26 seed against the 10 seed. Jay, it seems to me the seeds don't matter at some point, does it?
You know, they really don't. They've tried to, the MIAA has tried with the strength of schedule formula to balance it a little bit, but it really, you can't tell.
No.
You know, because there are very few common opponents with these teams.
Yeah, exactly. I asked Fran when you last played Lemonster. He said, it's been a long time. I don't know if we played them. And they play in different leagues, so yeah, very few common opponents. I'm not sure it matters to these players what you're seated. They're just playing tough soccer. It goes to Wyatt Herndon, a foul call back here. This ball's coming back, and it's going to be a direct kick coming. This is basically a corner. And the referee in a heated discussion with Noah Kane.
The whistle was on Kane. Kane clearly.
Time called. Kane is still.
Kane clearly pushed the player.
Sinelli's got to get him off there.
Yeah.
Sinelli backs him
Kane
away.
Clearly pushed the player to the ground.
Free direct kick. This can count if Del Forno can get it through. Del Forno has it lined up. Free direct kick from the right wing. Basically a corner kick. Del Forno.
Pete, I've got to tell you that if you ever attend a game, screaming at the official does not get a call
Good insert.
changed.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow. What a bicycle kick.
We've had all kinds of kicks here tonight. But again, it's that power game, the set piece. You can't give that up to Lemonster. They're too strong. Backward kick there. Still the pressure on. This is all ensued from that place kick. The shot there, it is too high. It's too high. A good look for Lemonster. They try to tie it, but the blast there by Johnny Guzman goes high and over everything. Goal kick coming for the Panthers. They survive it. Jay, you just cannot give up a goal kick or a set piece to
No.
Leominster. Their legs are too strong.
And they're just so physical.
Yeah, exactly. Perlman to midfield. Franklin keeps it in. And they chip it forward. This is Garrett Scagliarini. His ball is blocked. Scagliarini, now the left, Wyatt Herndon. Ball is loose. Blocked, still loose. And now Leominster sends it to midfield. Martinez stops it for the Panthers. Gustavo uses his body coming through. Gustavo, the player fans on it. Gustavo blocked it. And the ball is loose. O'Neill was in position. Plenty of action here. Is taken back by Del Forno. On the left side, it goes to Botchway. His blast on the left wing. Herndon chasing it down. Can't get to it. Controlled by the Blue Devils. And they come out deep with it, centering it up from way downtown. They work it in. The shot there, right on target. And a save by Jack Perlman. Leominster getting some good looks. But the score stays at 1-0 midway through the second half. Perlman. He can't clear the midline. Sent back in. Perlman will do it again on the two-hopper. It's time Perlman will wait. Now he'll run up and kick it. High, strong kick. Headed by the Panthers. Out to midfield, Kane sends it to O'Neill. Andrew heads it, contact, ball rolling out of bounds. It's going to go to Leominster. Some of the standing fans bemoaning that call. Skips through Martinez, controlled by Leominster. They send away player, but Clausen, who's been strong, breaks it up for Franklin. To Lovell for Noah Kane. On the right wing it goes for Andrew O'Neill. O'Neill centers it up. Garrett Scagliarini can't unwind. Scagliarini, the left-footed boot. A diving save by Truong. That's about as far as he could go. One more yard to the left. That's a goal. Truong with a high punt. Skyscraping punt by Truong. 17:56 to go. Hope you're enjoying this one, fans. It's going to be Lima. It gets through, but Sinelli with a high kick. It's out of bounds in front of Michael Fernandez Martin.
Sub coming in.
It's a sub for McCaughey and Leominster. And that's Halstead. He's been strong. Had a couple of good looks. Throw-in coming for the Panthers. Clausen leaves it for Gustavo Martinez. To O'Neill. He kicks it backwards. Settled down by Aaron Silvera. Silvera holding. Back to Silvera, stolen by the Franklin Panthers. Out they come. Kryzak gets through. Kryzak still charging. Ball out of bounds. No, it's kept in by Costa, who's in the game, for Kryzak in the corner. Kryzak charging through, trying to center it. He cannot. Ball is out of bounds. What's the call here? The referee's looking at each other, and now they're going to get together. So rushing the official, I mean, not in a bad way, just a quick way, was Facundo Amaro. He wanted the call. He pleads his case. And Franklin with the throw-in.
Franklin trying to extend the 1-0 lead here, Pete. See if they can put another ball in the back of the net.
Martinez goes right side. It gets through. Lovell saves it. Costa is in the game. Kane can't get through, and out comes the Blue Devils on the rush off the left wing. Stolen by Franklin. Bradley Herndon with that great speed for Costa. Kryzak, his ball is out of bounds, and let's see what they're going to rule here. I think it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah.
A lot of speed on display. This game has had everything. Speed, power, Good goalkeeping, strength of the Leominster team, the strong defense for the Panthers, especially their back line. And Perlman has looked really good. We're at 15:23 to go in this one. Oh, the ball eludes but the defender, but Gustavo Martinez will send it out a little bit. Chipped in on the right side for Lima. He sends one skyward and a foul called, an offside called against Leominster. 15 minutes to go in the game. In the first game, players jockeying for the ball there. Not sure what that was all about. Clearly, just emotions running high. And it'll be a throw-in coming for the Panthers. One of the Panthers adjusting some footwear, Noah Kane. And they'll stop the clock.
Trainer Jen coming out.
Was Kane hurt, or was he adjusting his shoelace? Yeah, I thought so. I think Jen wasn't sure of that. So he's okay. We're about to resume. The officials, Mike Torpy, John Schoenthaler, and Sandro Arujo. Clausen to Garrett Scagliarini. His ball is out, but this is going to be too strong. Just a little bit too strong. Oh, Hansi Jakes. That would have been lovely.
His eyes lit up, yeah.
Ball comes back the other way for Leominster. 1 goal. We mentioned at halftime. Will the goal hold up? Well, so far so good. That goal came with 9:10 to go in the first half. Throw-in coming for Leominster. Ball kept in by Leominster. It's obvious Leominster with a lot of international type players in their lineup here tonight. Franklin has a few of its own.
The quick feet on the Leominster kids is great to watch.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Jay. Sort of quick, fast with their leg movements.
It's almost like a dribbler in basketball. Really good point guard.
Yeah. Kryzak, he'll send one through. It's settled down by Leominster. Ball is strong. Leominster still controls in the offensive zone. This is Botchway on the far side. He sends it forward. Noah Kane. Looks like there's some holding there. No call. Ball back to Garrett Scagliarini for Jakes. Look at those long strides. Jakes. It's going to be sent back. The goalkeeper has to kick it, and he does successfully on the left wing. Out it comes to Aiden Ortiz is in the game. And Sinelli blasts one high. Herndon with a nice diving save. Isaac. Oh, the ball just happened to go up too high.
It went
Fernandez Martinez back to Scagliarini. Ball blocked. Scagliarini keeps it forward. And now Leominster settles it down in front of the Franklin bench. Ball out of bounds. Player goes down. Foul called against Lovell. A free kick coming for Leominster with 12 minutes to go in the game. Long boot. There's that power leg. Martinez sends it up. Lima. Martinez blocks it and comes out with it. Nice dribbling by Noah Kane. Kane with the good speed. Sends it over to Jakes. Hansi's got it. Hansi Jakes on the right side.
Trying
Jakes
to set
unloads.
up his angle.
He goes to the top. It's blocked by, sent back by Franklin. And now it's going to be controlled by Noah Kane in heavy traffic. And he'll backpedal, and Franklin will set its offense up once again. Oh, when Jakes has it in the open field, everybody just anticipating something special to happen. Jakes has really improved, Jay, over the last year or two.
Yeah. I think he's worked real hard at it, Pete.
Yep.
He's such a good kid. He's always got a smile on his face.
Yeah, great. Great. Leominster to midfield. We're under 11 minutes to go. Player down, no call. Player is still down. He's hurt. They got to stop this.
I'm not sure.
There's the whistle. And we'll stop the play. Oh, he is down in pain. Can't quite get a number on him.
Jen's going to come out.
Yeah, this looks like a right leg. He is in a whole bunch of pain, I'll tell you that. Cannot get a number on him. His jersey is just flat on the turf. John Lima comes over to check on him. And trainer Jen attending to him.
Almost looks like he's cramping.
Yeah.
You know, the way she's...
Yeah.
Jen's pushing his
she's
foot
helping him up. There you go. And let's see, was that... Okay, so that player was Aaron Silvera, the junior. He gets a round of applause as he will get up on his own power. I think it was a cramp, Jay.
Yeah.
And a nice little hand tap by Andrew O'Neill. How about that?
I did.
Oh, wait, maybe check that. No, that was Andy O'Neill. Yep. Nice move.
It almost, I don't want to use the term flop, but it almost looked like all of a sudden he went flying like he had been shot out of a cannon. So it's good to see it. It appears to just be a cramp.
And we'll see if he can come back in. That's Aaron Silvera. Long blast here. It's way out of bounds. That was a misfire there. That does not help the Leominster cause. And Gustavo Martinez sends it over to Lovell. Trey Lovell with the game winner, the last game for Franklin. How excited was he with that game winner, Jay, after that?
Oh, it was tremendous.
10-12 left here in the game. Franklin holding on 1-0. The back line stops the attack for Franklin, in control now by William Vasquez, who's in the game. Most likely for Silvera, who went out. Halstead, strong player, powers down. Sinelli goes down and a foul called against Leominster. This will be a direct kick coming for Franklin. It takes a lot to get Rex Sinelli down. He is a big boy. And he went down hard.
Yeah, he kind of got, looked like he got spun around there. The Leominster player kind of grabbed him from behind and spun him around.
Franklin with the direct kick. They send it over. Keep it in bounds. Coming through. Scagliarini. A lot of contact. No call. Ball at midfield. Leominster has it. And it's going to be Leominster's ball near the front third with 9 minutes to go in the game. The lone score came with Andrew O'Neill at 9:10 to go in the first half. That's been it. Lima will run up. And Gustavo Martinez, pleading his case, will not get the call. Throw in coming here for Andrew Truong. And he'll run up. No, he'll just drop the two-bounder there to Angeles. In front,
Oh.
Perlman makes the save. Perlman was out of position, but he recovered quickly. And the Leominster player did not go for the angle. He went straight on, and Perlman was right there. Oh, that could have been the equalizer.
Yeah.
Long kick out here now by Lovell. And contact there. Wyatt Herndon goes back to the visitors, and they'll send one strong. Sinelli heads it to Lovell. Lovell with some good body work, good footwork. Scagliarini in the mix. He comes out with it. Scagliarini, the diving tackle the other way by Andrew Truong. Gustavo Martinez cannot get to it. Halstead, the big player for Leominster, will drop it back to the midline. It's 7:35 to go.
Oh, nice.
The nice block there by O'Neill, and he'll send it back. Oh, his teammate sends it over to Truong, and he'll have to kick it out. And here comes Leominster with 7:21 to go. Franklin going deep for Wyatt Herndon. He's got great speed, but he couldn't get that one. It was too short. And back comes Angeles. Out in front, Clausen will protect it. He will not choose to go to his goalkeeper because that was too risky. And he sends one over to Botchway. Botchway sends it over now in front and sent out there by Bradley Herndon. Leominster right back. Herndon again breaks it up and sends it to the Leominster bench with 6:43 to go in the game. A whistle and a timeout. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in this one. Jay, the round of 16. The one goal by Andrew O'Neill holding on. The second half has featured some opportunities for Leominster, and it's been really Jack Perlman has been the story back there.
Yeah, Pete Perlman has played everything perfectly, as by evident of a 0 score for Leominster, but he has his judgment has been great.
Oh yeah.
He knows when to come out, when not to come out. The only time I think he had real confusion was on that last little surge there where he started to come out and then he realized that if he came out too far, he was going to get burnt, and one of his teammates was able to clear the ball out.
So Franklin holding on, 6:38 to go. Timeout on the field. Franklin, the 10 seed. They defeated Belmont in an outstanding game. Jay called it maybe the best game he's ever seen in the high school level. And it was a 1-0 overtime win for the Panthers. And
I'll tell you what, Pete, I apologize for interrupting you, but this is a pretty exciting game in its own right here.
Yep, absolutely. I was just going to say Leominster got here by defeating Bishop Feehan 2-1 and Framingham 2-1. The Feehan game was 2-1. Coach McCaughey told me he thought the game could have been 2-0, but they gave up a goal that he didn't think they should have given up. Nonetheless, Leominster on a roll coming into the tournament. The winner will play St. John's of Shrewsbury. St. John's, the number 2 seed. The number 1 seed is Needham, I believe, and they're in a different.
I think you're right. Yeah,
they're in a different bracket, so they won't meet until the finals if Franklin continues to play on. 6:38 to go to reset. Franklin got 1 goal in the first half. It's held up. Jack Perlman has been key in the defensive line. And here we go for the final 6:38. Will Leominster begin to take some chances now? Kicked out on the right wing. Look at Herndon go. Coming through, and O'Neill was the one racing up. Great team speed for the Panthers when Truong. Again, like Jay said, goalkeepers have to make those decisions. He decided to come out, and it was a good decision by Anthony Truong.
You know, the only time you really hear about those decisions is when they don't work.
Yeah, exactly. Involves a goal kick coming up for Leominster. We're coming up on 5:35 to go here in the game. Clock will stop with 5 minutes to go on the big Piscini Stadium clock scoreboard, and the officials will control it for the final 5. That's coming right up. Ball is loose, kicked around, and Sinelli clears it out. Near midfield come the Blue Devils. They get it on the right wing. The ball skipped through a defender, but also skipped through Leominster.
Yeah.
As Lima couldn't stop it. Now it's going to go all the way back to Truong. He'll kick it short, left and low. Rush upfield. Comes all the way through. Will Clausen, he's been great back there for the Panthers. Long kick by Clausen. Oh, Franklin with that flying leap on it, but they misfire on it. Now it's kicked back by Clausen. What a game he's played, Jay.
Yeah,
Will
he
Clausen.
really has.
Wyatt Herndon, and Herndon is going to be called for a foul.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a free direct kick. 5 minutes to go in this game. The final 5. Referees controlling the clock on the field. Kane defending. He wins it. Over on the right wing. Panthers send it up. O'Neal racing for it. He gets to it, but it's blocked. On a nice move there by Leo Giglio for John Lima. Lima controlling. Leominster still playing it cool here, but they're down a goal. Final 4.5 minutes to go. Good block there by Bradley Herndon.
Franklin just needs to keep doing what they've been doing.
Lima.
Keeping the pressure on.
His centering pass is through. And a long possession ensuing here. And Sinelli hits it once, hits it twice. But Leominster still controlling to Lima. Lima with the blast. Headed back by Clausen. Franklin can't close. Clausen again with the sky-high kick to Wyatt Herndon. And he gets some
Nice
breathing
job.
space
Yeah.
for the Panthers. Ball is out of bounds. A throw-in coming. Wyatt Herndon made the play for Franklin. And they win the ball. Unofficially, I have about 2 timeout called. 2:42 left unofficially on my stopwatch. Gustavo Martinez gets it in play. It gets through to Andrew O'Neal. He's got the lone goal for Garrett Scagliarini. In the corner, nobody was home. I think he was anticipating a teammate being there. He couldn't get there in time.
Well, and it also kills 10 seconds or so.
I have unofficially about 3 minutes to go in the game. That's unofficial. Ball comes through. Bobbled up there. Headed around. Clausen again with the move. Kane can't clear it. Nice little kick there. Looked like a push by Martinez and just sent into orbit by Wyatt Herndon. Quick throw in by Lima. Headed through. Clausen. And it looked like Honekamp or Gustavo Martinez with the clear. Franklin coming
Nice
in on
move.
defense. And the shot was blocked by Will Clausen. And Clausen tries
Oh,
to
they
clear it.
kept
He
it
cannot.
in.
In front. Perlman did a great job, Jay, by letting that ball hit the
Yeah.
side of the net.
Yeah, he kind of wrapped his arm around the pole.
Timeout called. Stoppage of time.
Sub coming in. Hansi Jakes coming back in.
Perlman, by letting that ball go, Jay, does not risk a
Right.
mishandle.
Right.
And that's a loose ball.
And able to run a little time off the clock.
Right. I have unofficially under 2 minutes to go in the game. Can Franklin hold on? We've said that all game long. Scagliarini for Jakes. Jakes, he gets to it. Off his body. Jakes coming in. He shoots and he scores! Tansy Jakes
Awesome.
makes it 2-0.
Oh, there's going to be
Everybody's
one
on
of
that far corner.
one of the kids from Leominster went after the official on the far side. I don't know what for. That wasn't even close to being offsides. Now, 2 players are, and the goalkeeper for Leominster are right in the face of the referee on the field. Our score is 2-0 here, Franklin.
Hansi Jakes exploded on the right wing. He bodied it up. I think that's what maybe they were saying. Maybe it was a handball, but clearly it was his chest that just settled it down. And then he came through and he unloaded. Goes far left side, 2-0 Panthers. Midfield kick coming up for Leominster. Under 2 minutes to go in this game. Franklin with the big lead now. Doubled up on their 1-0 lead.
You know, I do think, Pete, Hansi Jakes was, after the goal, I think he could have gotten himself a card for his celebration.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on in that.
But the referee was too busy on the other side of the field keeping the Leominster players.
Interesting, Jay, yeah. So indirectly, that's going to be a free kick here, a direct kick coming. So that Leominster displeasure with that call might have cost them some attention by the referees.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know what that would mean, what it would result in.
Yeah.
A card doesn't equal a penalty kick.
Right.
So it really wouldn't have done anything other than...
Del Forno with the entry pass. It's blocked. Kept out of there by Franklin. Another strong kick. Franklin tries to get it going. They need to clear some space. It's kept in. The high kick is over everything through the football goalpost and out of bounds. Goal kick coming for the Panthers. Timeout on an injury for a Panther. I think that was Trey Lovell who went down. And he's up. Trey Lovell is up.
One thing this referee is doing, Pete, is every time the ball goes out of bounds or the players try to kill a little time, he's stopping the clock. He's not letting him do that. He wants the game to end, with the players playing.
Field. Yeah. Goal kick coming here. For Perlman. And here he goes. Sends one out, goes over the head of Scagliarini. Jakes, he was hooked, and that's a foul. He drew the foul. He drew the foul on Guzman. And Hansi Jakes, with just a few seconds left in this game. Stolen back here by Guzman. He comes through on the fly and broken up there by Gustavo Martinez. And Clausen, it's chipped out, saved by Clausen. What a move by Clausen. And a whistle stops play. And we continue on here. Just a few seconds left. Franklin 2, Leominster nothing. This is a Sweet 16 game. Winner goes on. Look at this pass here. In front, and it's going to be in front. The save there. The ball is loose. The kick, the save.
And it went right through Perlman's arms.
Wow. What about that inserted ball? A front somersault and then the flip in right on goal. We've seen everything tonight.
That was pretty impressive. I'm not sure how. I
think
know.
it was effective, Jay. They set up an opportunity. There's the double whistle, and Franklin wins it. They'll go on to the Elite Eight, and they come out and greet their outstanding goalkeeper tonight, Jack Perlman. Franklin wins it 2-0.
Yeah, well done. Franklin played the game they had to. They withstood just an unbelievably physical Leominster team that really, maybe a 2-0 score may not indicate it, but really pushed the Franklin Panthers. And what happens next? It comes down to Franklin and St. John's of Shrewsbury. It seems to, at least in one sport, it happens every year.
Yeah. And St. John's, the number 2 seed. They defeated Brookline. Then they defeated Central Catholic on penalty kicks.
Yeah.
That's how they got here. But Franklin wins it here in the nightcap. The girls lost the first game. Franklin wins it 2-0. An outstanding effort. Just an all-around solid play. How about Will Herndon in the back line? Jack Perlman, can't say enough about him. Andrew O'Neill. And then Mr. Excitement, Hansi Jakes, gets the insurance goal with just under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Absolutely. Great to see a great kid get a goal in the state tournament. We saw two tremendous games. Franklin ending the night going 1-1 on the two games, but still both of them really fun to watch, really fun to be involved with.
So field hockey plays tomorrow at Wachusett, and that'll be a good one, a round of 8. The winner goes on to the Final Four. That's field hockey. Football also tomorrow, a 4 o'clock game against Methuen, the number 8 seed, the Panthers, the number 1 seed. Here tonight, the boys soccer team advanced to the Elite 8. They're the number 10 seed. They'll take on number 2 seed St. John's at a date and time to be announced. That's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Goals by Andrew O'Neill and Hansi Jakes. On behalf of our producer and our director and our camera operator, Chris Leverone, among the first to arrive way back early this afternoon and among the last to leave tonight. From my partner, Jay Horrigan, this is Pete Royce. The final score for the final time tonight. Franklin moves on to the Elite 8, 2, and Leominster, nothing. Till next time, so long, neighbors.